being different, but also like having your own unique style, putting your own spin on things. Like, yes, mama, like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how you become that girl.
I feel like fucking something. We could be only fucking sugar. I ain't no dummy. I like to say, but if we could kiss it, just.
Hey boo, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natty. If you're new, I do lifestyle videos, vlogs, and videos on becoming that girl. Make sure you guys subscribe right now so you do not miss a video. So today we're gonna be doing a sip and spill, much requested sip and spill. I got my Yes Way Rosé. It's pink lemonade flavor. It's actually really good. This is really refreshing and sparkling. So I'm gonna stop talking. We're just gonna get right into the questions today. I had you guys ask me some questions on Instagram about different things or topics that you would like me to sip and spill. So let's get into it. Okay, so like I mentioned, the questions are on Instagram, so I have them here on my phone. So if you see me looking down at my phone, I'm just reading off the questions. So the first question is, how did you become that girl? So how I became that girl is really through confidence. I could probably say I've had a confidence all my life. I've never really like felt insecure about myself. I've always been like really confident, walked around with my head held high. Like that was just always me. So I think in order to become that girl, you have to have confidence, wear confidence every day, and just have confidence in everything that you do. That's like super important to becoming that girl. And then secondly, I would say like being different but regular. So like having your own style. I'm from up north, from Boston. So us Boston girls definitely have a different type of swag. And like in being in the South, that swag is definitely felt. It's like that energy that you give off, you know what I'm talking about? So yeah, definitely energy, confidence, being different, but also like having your own unique style, putting your own spin on things. Like, yes, mama, like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how you become that girl, okay? Period. All right, so next question is, what does luxury mean to you? So I'm super into that like luxury black girl aesthetic. Like I would say between being that girl and having that luxury black girl aesthetic, that's the energy that I'm all about this year, 2022. So what does luxury mean to me? It honestly means like just being happy, creating your own luxury. It could be throwing on a cute outfit, throwing on some jewelry, getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting your makeup done, getting your eyebrows done. Like that's all luxury to me, and like how you feel. Like you don't have to have, you know, the latest Chanel bag or the latest Dior bag. All those things are luxury, but in order to be bougie on a budget, you gotta do what makes you feel luxurious. So whether it's taking a bubble bath, self-care, like those are all things that are luxury that you can do within your own home, within your own right, that, you know, make you feel expensive, that make you feel just, you know, have that overall like confidence, like I said, and just have that overall luxury that you know, have for yourself. That's super important. All right, so the next question that you guys asked me on Instagram was, how do you achieve your goals? I love this question. I think first and foremost, it all starts with mindset. If you have the right mindset to achieve your goals and like want to accomplish your goals, then you will, okay? And then from there, you have to have a plan, right? So once you get into the proper mindset of achieving your goals, like what's your plan to achieve those goals? I love journals, I love calendars. Like you asked me, I love stationery, like that's so my thing. But I make sure that I write down in my journal or in my planner, like when I'm gonna accomplish my goals. Something that's been helping me this year is like, you know, writing down my overall macro goals and then like cutting them down into micro goals. So how can I accomplish those goals on a monthly basis? Like in January, I need to accomplish X, Y, and Z. In March, I need to accomplish X, Y, and Z, because the year just goes by so fast, right? So I want to make sure that I'm like fulfilling everything that I wanted to do within the year and also the month. And I think by just like writing down those specific goals and like those micro goals, like I talked about how I'm going to accomplish my macro goals, I think that definitely helps to keep me on track. And just, you know, have those goals come to fruition, and also just manifesting too. Like that's super huge. If you already show up as that girl, then you will be that girl. Visualize showing up as your higher self, and then you'll ultimately achieve those goals. Okay, let's keep it going here. Next question. How do you sprinkle your black girl magic every day? So this is a question that I love because as a black girl, I always want to be unapologetic in everything I do. And for me, how I sprinkle my black girl magic every day is by being my true authentic self. It's so funny because even before this video, I was putting on these nails. These are actually press-on nails from Amazon. And I was thinking to myself, like, you know, if I was in the office, like going back to work, I would never wear these type of nails. But being like virtual, nobody's gonna see my nails. So I can be my true authentic self and wear my nails every single day if I want to while I'm at work on the computer and nobody's gonna see me. So just being your true authentic self, showing up as yourself every day. Like, you know, you don't have to put on a persona or a front when you're out in the world. Just be your true authentic self. Like, that's your magic. That's how you're gonna sprinkle your black girl magic every single day. And another thing too is just putting your all into everything you do. That is something that's huge with me. I make sure I put my best foot forward in everything that I do, whether it's YouTube or content creation or just like my regular 9-to-5 job. Like, I always want to make sure that I'm standing out and I'm a star in everything I do. I think that's the Pisces in me, but like honestly, with everything that I do, I always want to put my best foot forward. Like, I am super extra when it comes to certain things, but it wouldn't be me if, you know, it wasn't extra or I didn't have like that extra little razzle dazzle on there, because that's definitely me. Ay. So the next question is, what's your favorite thing about being a content creator? So I've been a content creator for some years now. Like, honestly, I would probably say like 5 years when I really started getting into content creation. But my favorite thing about being a content creator is just showcasing my creativity. I love taking pictures. Anybody will tell you, like my friends or family, they'll tell you that I love taking pictures. Fun fact, actually, I was a model when I was a baby. Not a lot of people really know that about me, but I was in pageants and I also like did modeling for products. So it's kind of like always been in me as far as like taking pictures and like having an eye for fashion. Like, it's just always been in me. So being able to showcase my creativity is definitely something that I love to do when it comes to content creation. And also too, like, I'm a Pisces, so we're super creative anyways. So that's definitely something that I love. And like, that's definitely up my alley as far as like showcasing my creativity. And then the next thing about being a content creator that would be my favorite is influencing other people. I've built an amazing community over the past 5 years of other content creators and entrepreneurs. And honestly, that has been such a blessing. Like, definitely try to find your tribe and like your niche when you are building your social media platform. But with that definitely comes an influence. And the more you put yourself out there, the more you showcase different products that you're using, just again, being your true authentic self, people are gonna gravitate towards that. And they're definitely gonna wanna see, like, you know, from the moment you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, to the moment you go to sleep, you know, you take a shower and you at night and you go to sleep. Like, people want to see that. They want to see what type of candles you're using, what type of drinks you're drinking. Like, they want to know all that stuff. So I'm definitely very appreciative of the support that I have and the community that I've built online. That's definitely something that's near and dear and true to me. And I hope to build a community also within my YouTube family here within the next coming months. That's definitely something that is one of my goals that I hope to, you know, come to fruition. So the next question is, what good habits do you want to cultivate? I love this question. And I think it's definitely something that I always try to reiterate and like go back to the drawing board and like see specifically like what positive habits can I cultivate within my life. I think sometimes we just get caught up in our day-to-day routines and we're not always like focused on the positive habits that we are trying to create or that, you know, we have going on. We just kind of like put them to the side, like, oh, it's a Tuesday, like I'll just go back to my like positive habits on Wednesday tomorrow. Like, no, you got to be consistent every single day. You got to be focused every single day. Like, and it really takes discipline. So some of the positive habits that I currently am cultivating in 2022 is working out. That's something that's super important to me. I'm turning 30 this year, so in March. So having a specific like regimen and like fit fitness routine, like that's something that's super important to me every day. And that's also something that's like really good for your mindset, your soul, your body. That's definitely a positive habit that I'm trying to cultivate this year. And another positive habit I would say is definitely waking up early and having a morning routine. That is super important. Also, I want to be up at 7 a.m. every single day at the gym, come home, shower, have my breakfast, and then log into my job at 9 a.m. That would be ideal, and that's something that I strive for every day as a positive habit. And then on the flip side, you know, at nighttime, having a nighttime routine also is something that's a positive habit that is important to me too. And that positive habit as far as nighttime would be, you know, getting in the shower by 8 o'clock, no phones by 9 o'clock, and lights out by 10. Like super simple, easy. It's easier said than done, of course, but you know, if you could do this like 4 to 5 times a week, you know, during the work week, that's definitely something that's gonna help to improve your productivity during the day, to improve your energy, your mindset. So those are all positive habits that I'm trying to cultivate in 2022. Okay, next question. I love this question. What does it mean to be your highest self? Let me get a sip here. Awesome. So, what does it mean to be your highest self? Honestly, you should show up as your highest self every day. So what that means is figure out the person that you want to be. So do I want to be a boss? Do I want to be a CEO? Do I want to be a mom? Do I want to be a wife? Like figure out who it is that you want to be and start showing up as them. That's the key. You gotta start showing up as them. So what would a boss do? What would a boss eat? What would a boss drink? What does her day-to-day routine look like? What would she wear? What would she smell like? Like all of those aspects are so important in showing up as your highest self. And again, it's easier said than done, but this is kind of where like journaling comes in and manifesting those things that you want. When you write them down, you're 10 times more likely to achieve those things. So by having a journal, it's really a good tool to achieving those things that you want and also like becoming that girl, okay? Because that's what we're trying to do here in 2022. We are becoming that girl, period. All right, next question. What advice would you give to your younger self? So I think this question is such a good question. I wrote it down and I'm definitely gonna have another video about this topic in the future. So what advice would you give to your younger self? So the advice that I would give to my younger self would be leave home. Period. Leave home, okay? The only way you're gonna grow and learn about yourself is if you leave what's familiar, you leave your comfort zone, you leave home, okay? I have lived in very many different states over the past, I would say like 10 years to be honest, because when I went to college in Providence, Rhode Island, and I'm originally from Boston, Mass. So I moved to Providence for 4 years, did the whole college thing, and that's honestly like where I found myself as like a person, because growing up I was very sheltered. There was like no black people where I lived. It was all mostly like Spanish and white people. So when I went to college, that was when I like discovered, okay, black people, okay, Jamaican food, okay, like Africans, like Nigeria, like I didn't know any of that stuff. So when I went to college, it was definitely a culture shock for me, and that's something that I would have never known about unless I, you know, left home. So advice to your younger self, leave home. Secondly, I would say don't fall in love. Yes, like, you know, date and stuff like that, because that's how you're gonna know what you want, but don't settle down in a serious relationship. You're young, like your time will come, and when it comes and that special person enters your life, you'll know that they're there to stay. And that's such a huge tip that I want to give to like my younger audience, because when you're young, a lot of things are very impressionable. You don't know everything, even though obviously like we act like we know everything, but we really don't. So sometimes we have to have those experiences and learn those lessons in order to be like, okay, damn, I went through that, and like now I know better. So I would just say, you know, do what makes you happy. Always put you first. Don't put another individual first, because they're not gonna put you first. And you always gotta look after you and take care of you, because nobody else is going to. So I always say that. That's definitely one of the lessons that I've learned in my life. Like, you gotta look after you because nobody else is gonna look after you, and that's just period, okay? And then I would say just lastly, like save your money, eat real food, like cook at home. Don't always just eat out, eat real food, exercise, try new things, and then just overall like have fun. One of my like mottos, I guess you could say, like growing up throughout my entire life was like, never live with having regret. Like always just go for it. Like if you're scared, just do it, because you never want to live with having like the regret of, oh, I never did something. So definitely just try new things, have fun, and live without regret. All right, and this is the last question. How do you want to be remembered? Super powerful question, but I want to leave my legacy. I have evolved a lot within the last years, within the last 10 years, really, from when I graduated college. It's just crazy to even think that it's going to be 10 years since I graduated college pretty soon. But I have evolved as a person so much, and I'm so proud of the person that I've become. I don't take no bullshit from people. Like I can, read people. I see when people are being phony, and I just remove myself. Like I always want to like have my happiness and my peace. That is so important to me. Like having peace is so important to me. I live a peaceful lifestyle. My home like exudes peace, like, because that's what makes me happy. Self-care, luxury, just taking out 10-15 minutes of your day to yourself. Like as women, we deserve it, okay? Like we do so much for other people, and sometimes we have to like take a look at ourselves and be like, okay, slow down, like take this time for you, take the time to like do what makes you happy, do what you want to do. Whether it's getting dressed up or taking a bath or making a meal, going outside for a walk, like do what makes you happy. We only have one life to live. Life is too short. So I always tell people, just do what makes you happy and live for you, okay? Find your peace and live for you. One more question I just came across on my phone that somebody asked me that I want to make sure I answer, which is how to create content. I love this question. I'm gonna have some more information in another video coming up soon on how I create my content, so be on the lookout for that. But I would say first and foremost, have a tripod, have a light. This is the light that I'm using right now. It's like a little small light, but you can obviously see the difference. Like when I take it off my face, it makes a huge difference. So I'll have that actually linked down below so you guys can go and cop that little small light. I think it was like 30 bucks on Amazon, so it's like super affordable, and you see the difference that it makes. But yeah, I would say quality is big, but honestly, like use what you have. If you have an iPhone 10 or an iPhone 11, 12, just use it. You don't have to go out and buy a really expensive camera. Like I literally bought a super expensive camera to start my YouTube, and I haven't even utilized it yet just because it's not set up how I want it to be. So I'm recording my videos off my phone. Like that's what I have right now, so that's what I'm going to utilize. I have my small little light here from Amazon. That's what I'm going to utilize. So just start. Really, like if you want to be a content creator, if you want to start a business, like just start, Another thing I would say is important about or like how to create content is batching. Wake up early one day and pack your luggage with all your outfits, plan them ahead of time, go to those locations ahead of time, and figure out where you want to take those pictures, and then just take them. Like get your tripod, get your little snapping machine, like the little Bluetooth clicker, and just take your pictures. Like who cares who's watching you? Like they don't know what you're doing. Like have confidence. Like I said at the beginning of the video, have confidence and go out there and take your pictures. Like this is what makes you happy. This is what you want to do. Batch your content, which is basically like getting 4 or 5 outfits or 3 or 4 outfits and just taking all the pictures in one day. That's honestly like the best advice I could give to you as far as like being a content creator. Like I said, I'm gonna have another video in the next couple weeks on how I take my content and what I do, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But that's all the questions I had today. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. I had an amazing time just talking to you about my perspective, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know if you guys have any other questions or any other topics you'd like me to talk about in my next videos. I'm super excited to start this YouTube journey, and I'm super excited to grow my community on YouTube like I mentioned. So until my next video, I hope you guys enjoyed this sip and spill, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I feel like fucking something.